Open roads, peace, and understanding. That's what I am going for in this video. Regardless to whether you like me or hate me, if you're, because there, our people kind of like, we are stuck in an entertainment mode. So when we look at Black folk on the social media sites, we're there to be entertained. We're not there to learn anything. So I have a lot of information. However, I realized one thing, that the information, with information, with knowledge, with teaching, when the student is ready, the teacher will appear. I fully understand, and understand the workings, the full dynamic of the sociology being handed to me thus far by the ancient teachings. And they were much more studied than the current pedagogy. I'll give you a few words. If you don't know, you should look them up. And this is not to throw salt or shade, but I'm here to enlighten, to teach, to give knowledge, because as a woman, I'm the first teacher. So I'm gonna do my part. These brothers running around here hollering about women aren't teaching, they aren't doing their part. They can say so, they can't say it about me. Now, whether you choose to listen or not, that ain't on me. I did my part. That is the dark goddess part. We can give life and we can take it away. So if you're ignorant, there's nothing, I don't have no ill feelings if you die in ignorance. It's a choice. If you don't know who E40 is, it's a rap group. SUC Click, and he got a joint. I can't play it because, they use music to censor my videos. And that's because they know that music resonates. It attracts attention. So this is another tactic used to take any of the music away that takes you in a direction. This is science. It's social science. Go look it up. I didn't make the shit up. Music definitely helps to lead a person. And the only music they want you to hear is music that will lead you, as in the story of the Pied Piper, in the direction that they, whoever the fuck they are, want you to go in. So let me drop a little knowledge for you. This is going to be a great video. Thank you for the patience and the attention span, because if your attention span ain't but 3 seconds to 5 to 10 seconds and you don't have a patience to listen, this ain't for you. So I'm just saying. Let me hip you to what this is. This is Malcolm X. Listen.
I'm prepared to go into the United Nations at this point and ask that charges be brought against the United States for its treatment of American Negroes.
Oh, yes. Please. The audience will have to be quiet. Yes, as I pointed out when I was during my traveling, that nations African nations and Asian nations and Latin American nations look very hypocritical when they stand up in the United Nations condemning the racist practices of South Africa and that which is practiced by Portugal and Angola, and saying nothing in the UN about the racist practices that are manifest every day against Negroes in this society. Even in South Africa, those Africans aren't faced with bayonets and aren't faced with police dogs. And when I was in Beirut, I saw a picture on the front page of a Negro being beaten in Tennessee.
So I'm going to stop here just a second and say this. A shout out to Cuba. A shout out to Mexico. A shout out to any of the countries around the world who did come to our rescue. There were a few. There were a few who spoke about America in the UN. It was ignored. All right? Because no one can help a people if they won't help themselves. And they all knew that we were completely willing to sit right here. Cuba put their head on necks on the line. Haiti put their necks on the line. And we've literally turned against all of them. Not your fault either. You were propagandized. You were told to hate these people. You were told about the voodoo with Papa Doc in Haiti. They demonized, well, they really propagandized him. I don't like the word demonize, but they propagandized him. And Black America, you fell for it. So hey, lots of them practiced the voodoo. We used to, but we decided to follow a different culture.
On the front page of the paper in Beirut. When I got to Cairo, I saw the same picture of a Negro being beaten in Tennessee. When I got to Lagos, I saw the same picture. So were these African nations knowing the brutality that is inflicted upon Black people in this country, simply because those Black people are trying to get what the Supreme Court said they were supposed to have 10 years ago? I would be not a man if I was in a position to bring it in front of the United Nations and didn't do so.
So keep in mind, 10 years prior to 1964, this video was recorded in 1964. So in 1954, we were entitled to form our own nation right here. And we were offered that. And then they just started making laws for us and without a vote and just nothing. And so we're still enslaved. We're still encapsulated. We don't have a nation. Keep listening. We're not citizens. We're serfs.
I wouldn't be a man.
Malcolm, do you intend to lead the charge in the United Nations?
Well, I find that to say you're going to lead something creates a lot of hostility, division, jealousy, and envy. I hope to...
Hey, my leaders out there, you're leaders, but even you are governed by the people. Shout out to my leaders out there.
To work with any group of leaders or any group of organizations to do whatever is necessary to see that this problem is brought before the United Nations.
Have you had any commitment from any nations in Africa to support your move?
I would rather not say at this time. But one thing I found in my travels, all of them look upon us as their long-lost brother.
You realize the implication is that you have had such commitments when you say.
This is your interpretation of what I said. One thing that I found in all of my travels was that all of the Africans, not only Africans, but the Asians and the Muslims, look upon us as their long-lost brothers. And America had actually tricked many of them into a hands-off policy by giving them the impression that she was honestly trying to do something to solve the problem. My argument over there was designed to prove that it is impossible for the United States government to solve the race problem. It's impossible for a government which has 16 senatorial committees, over which 10 are chairmen by Southern segregationists, and 20 congressional committees, over which 12 are chairmen by Southern segregationists. This is a segregationist, racist government that's controlled by people from the South. They can't solve the race problem.
Do you intend to take any part in the political campaign this fall?
We intend to take part in everything that will get results at eliminating the injustices that our people are confronted with in this country. Politically, economically, anything.
Will you support candidates of either of the two parties?
We'd rather not say at this time.
Are you prepared to work with some of the leaders of the other civil rights organizations?
Certainly. We will work with any groups, organizations, or leaders in any way, as long as it's genuinely designed to get results.
And any action on the civil rights bill, how will this affect the direction of your movement?
Genuinely designed to get results.
And any action on the civil rights bill, how will this affect the direction?
Designed to get results. In any way, as long as it's genuinely designed to get results.
And any action on the civil rights bill, how will this affect the
I did it on purpose.
direction of your movement?
Any action on the civil rights bill? Well, I'm surprised that all of these civil rights groups combined haven't converged on Washington long before now.